Good evening, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another forecast here in the tropics. But in this video, we're not going to be talking about theta or Eta. In this video, we're actually focusing on Invest 98L because this is going to be a rising concern. And theta and Eta won't hit any land anymore. They're done. Theta never hit land, but those won't hit anything or impact anything. They're both going to continue to weaken. So Invest 98L is now becoming the rising concern. And it's always been my main topic ever since 98L appeared. So it seems now everybody else is kind of start looking at this now. And I say that it's rising concerns because models are now pushing it northward, which means it's going to be a lot stronger than global models really expect. Now we're getting some intended, getting the major hurricane status. We're also having new models pushing a lot more northward, maybe heading for potentially a leading in maybe U.S. threat. So there is just multiple threats here towards all the way from Central America to maybe even Florida. I mean, obviously I can't put Florida out like that, but still there's a possibility, like I've been showing my tracks the past 2 or 3 videos, where I think it's going to go up north into the Gulf of Mexico. That's still a rising possibility, but we will see, obviously. But we're going to be talking about all this in the video. Obviously, it's still far out, so a lot of things can change, but we're looking at the timing, the tracks here, potentially intensity, and where can it go. That's all going to be coming up in today's video. So here's looking now at the National Hurricane Center, and I can tell there is theta right there. Obviously, continued the weekend. It was very cold. Waters are in the upper teens for Celsius off the coast of Europe and northern Africa near Morocco, 65 miles an hour. So it's gradually starting the weekend slowly, 990 millibars. So it hasn't really changed compared to yesterday. Eta as well, now riding the eastern coast, now just passing Savannah, Georgia. So Savannah, Georgia, all the way up to areas in New England are getting very heavy rain from the banding from Eta. It's really weak though, 40 miles an hour, 1,004 millibars. Really, pressure's gone down, or has gone up so fast. And obviously, this is moving quite quickly as it is getting caught up in that Gulf Stream there, 18 miles an hour at speed. And now, it's just crazy. Now this is at an 80% chance. 98L is now at an 80% chance for the next 48 hours and a 90% chance for the next 5 days. 80-90. I mean, this, 3 days ago wasn't on the National Hurricane Center. Now it's at 80-90. That's just showing you how the confidence went straight up there. On the first advisory, it went to 50% chance, just like that. So, I mean, this is just crazy. It's really, regardless, development will bring in extremely heavy rain and flash flooding for portions of Hispaniola and areas up into Central America. I know it looks like it's going to be heading for Central America, or it looks like it's going to be heading for areas where Eta may landfall, but there's a rising northern shift here, and this is actually, you're seeing this as well with the cone of a potential development. It's continuing to move northwestward as well, so there's a chance this could do what I expect, or what I've been seeing for the past few days, that it could very well possibly void this area in Central America where Eta may landfall, and it could very well do this. I mean, I think I've been saying this for the past few days here. For the past at least 2 days. This is kind of what I've been showing in my videos and my live streams. I know it kind of sounds really ridiculous, but I did have a lot of confidence because it did our eyes, which is a very good chance to do. This could definitely turn northward and possibly maybe avoid areas where it may landfall or avoid Central America completely. I can tell it's definitely lost a lot of convection. It is going through its zero minimum right now here, so there's not really much to look at, or it's not really a huge blow up where it's kind of like, oh, that's crazy. It's gradually starting to get there. Obviously, the low pressure is very, very open. There's a lot of blobs of convection. They're not deep convection. They're not really well-defined parts of convection. But overall, I believe by tomorrow morning, it's going to be a lot more organized based on what it looks like now. I'm not saying it's going to be very organized in general. Just compared to what it looks like now, it could definitely be reasonable. But you can kind of say we are starting to get some convection now popping up a few times in the western half of this low pressure, which could very well mean by tomorrow morning we can have a lot more convection on the western side, so that would be a good sign of it actually trying to develop there. But of course, it's just south of Hispaniola. It is going to continue bringing rain for Jamaica, and obviously Hispaniola también. I don't know. Oh, I didn't mean to speak Spanish right there. I don't know why I said that. I think I was thinking Hispaniola, so I didn't. I apologize. I did not mean to just go Spanish right there. What I said was Hispaniola. 2. That's what también means, too, or as well. So that was a little bit of random. I don't know. I just thought I was in Spanish class for a second. But you do see it. It looks a lot better on cloud cover wise, on actual visible satellite imagery there. Low pressure is kind of in the little area right here where it's kind of half open, half closed. That's because obviously this thing just continue to try to get its formation there. You see, like I did say, there's going to be areas where we are seeing pop up areas of convection there. It's not too impressive, but of course the eastern side is definitely the most dominant. Even though it's lost a lot of convection, it's still the most dominant part of the storm with the heaviest of rain there. But you can kind of do see we're seeing more and more areas of convection there coming on the western side there. It's not obviously mean it's going to be super covered by tomorrow morning. I'm just saying there's some progress and signs there. Obviously seeing a lot of convections, some small areas where convection is blowing up, but also a lot of areas where convection is dying off. So it's just kind of both things. But I mean, we actually have a model getting this to category 5 already. You don't really see things get to category 5 so soon. Obviously, I'm not saying this could be category 5. I'm saying this is definitely a chance to become a category 3 or major hurricane. I said that in yesterday's video. I did say in yesterday's video this could definitely become a major hurricane. I'm not necessarily maybe category 5 or 4, but category 3 definitely isn't out of the picture here. Yesterday we had, I believe, only one model getting this to category 2. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I think we have 7 getting to a category 2 now. And we have now 3 getting it to a category 3 and 1 to a category 5. And almost 2 getting to a category 4. But this is expected to become a trough storm by less than the next 24 hours. So this will definitely be Iota by tomorrow afternoon, if not even tomorrow late morning. Only a few models get this only seen as a tropical storm. We only have, I believe, 4, and that's out of the 15. So it's very, very little. As we do get more and more models tracking the system, we'll have a better idea. And ever since we've gotten more and more models jumping on, there's just been an increasing chance, not only for a hurricane, but increasing chance for a major hurricane. I mean, we already have now 3 for category 3, 1 for category 5, and we have 7 for category 2, and we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for category 1, and that's very significant. So I do think at this moment, this could definitely be a category 3, and that's in my opinion. Obviously, category 4 isn't out of the picture. Obviously, category 5 isn't right now, because we saw how Delta and Eta. Eta was a category 5 in my opinion, and that's just based on recon, not my biased opinion. Eta was a category 5, and they're probably going to change that in the post-season analyst. But I'm saying is, Eta went from category 1 in the morning to, I'm going to say, a category 5. I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to point it out there. In less than 18 hours with a very small amount of water. You think about how much water this still has to go through and will be named tomorrow. This could definitely RI. And not only RI, but possibly Delta or Eta-like RI. Maybe not like Eta, but maybe like lower RI, where it's pretty significant, just not as bad as Eta. But like I'm saying, this is doing a northern shift. Now, not a single model shows Nicaragua. And we had, I believe, 2 yesterday showing Nicaragua, but we only had like 4 on that storm yesterday. But now that we get more and more updates, this is the 18Z. Now we have 2 models doing what I say will happen, where it goes like that. It possibly avoids, maybe not all Central America, may hit Yucatan Peninsula, but it looks like maybe the Hawaiian model might get to actually just missing. And usually I don't like the Hawaiian model, but it looks like the Hawaiian model is getting somewhere. It looks like the Hawaiian model is onto something. I know there's only 2 models showing a northern shift like that, but that's progress compared to yesterday. That's an extreme amount of progress. And not only these as well, this one's getting all the way to Belize. That's a really huge shift northern turn. Obviously, I'm not saying it's not going to hit Honduras. It still has a very good chance, and actually that's the most likely outcome. I'm just going off my opinion based on what I'm seeing here, atmospheric conditions, that this could very well go more to the north because of it's really strengthening. And then when it starts to RI, that's going to take it to a really northern turn like that. So I think this is the most likely outcome here. Like I said, this can go to the Gulf and possibly pose a threat to Florida. That's just my opinion. I think Florida has a shot at this system. And obviously Eta went all the way down here and it still hit Florida. But obviously you don't see those northern turns out of Central America that often. Usually it goes in the Pacific. But obviously there's still a lot to learn. This still has 96 hours. If it hits Honduras or Nicaragua, it has plenty of time to change. But if it does what I think, it has plenty of time, up to 5+ days to have a better idea where to go. But anywhere from basically, I would say Nicaragua to the Yucatan Peninsula to Florida should be on the concern. So this should be the concern areas right here. 1, 2, 3. These should be the areas to really watch out for, and maybe even Cuba if it does a huge northern trend like that. But really, seeing as it's going to a northern shift, and that's not only these two. All of these have done a northern shift. Now, not a single one shows Nicaragua, so that's a huge northern shift. This one as well, the GEFS as well is doing a northern shift as well. It's going a lot north, a lot sooner. But they actually get it to 990 millibars. A few of these spaghettis get to sub 980, which is obviously very well likely outcome, especially if it does become a major hurricane. I think this could get very, very low in pressure compared to regular November storms. Alright, so here's the GFS 18Z. I've actually not checked the 18Z, so I will see this first time with you guys. So they get it to 1,004 millibars in 24 hours, so that obviously they have it forming in 24 hours or less. 1,003 millibars in the next 42 hours. 48 hours, 998 millibars, so really getting strong. And then RIs. There it is, there are RIs. So it's not going to R right when it becomes a named storm. It's going to RI like maybe in the next 60-ish hours. That's the best time frame really when it starts to RI. There it is. It goes from, actually I did not mean to do that. It goes from 991 in 60 hours. 6 hours later, 983. 6 hours later, 977. Then 973. Then 972. 975. 969. 970. And then actually that's also another big northern shift from the GFS. Look, it makes it all the way here. It doesn't make landfall till here. That's a big northern shift compared to yesterday. I think yesterday it showed like right here on the border. That's a big also northern shift here. It just takes a little bit more confidence and it'll go towards possibly the Yucatan Peninsula. Yucatan Peninsula has gotten hit really frequently ever since October. You obviously had a Gamma, Delta, as well there, Zeta. I mean, it's just been a big show for the Yucatan Peninsula there, but I mean, this is obviously going to be very unfortunate, especially if it does hit Central America, and not only Central America, but it's like Honduras, Belize, and Nicaragua that got affected by Iota. It's obviously a bit more fortunate that it looks like it's going to be avoiding Nicaragua, where obviously the landfall was, but Honduras, if it does make landfall on Honduras, which is what a few more models are showing, but with a rising northern shift, it looks less likely, in my opinion. What I've been saying in the past days, it looks like that's possibly possible. It looks like it. Obviously, once it becomes a depression storm, which will be obviously tomorrow, then we'll get a National Hurricane Center cone. That'll give us not necessarily a better idea, but what the National Hurricane Center or an organization is showing. CMC, I don't even know what they're showing. They get it to 1,003. They don't have it forming until right before landfall. I think CMC is a little cuckoo at this moment. Check out the European. Let's see, they haven't really changed much. They get it to the Nicaragua-Honduras border, like I just say. Can't really rule out Nicaragua yet, but it looks a lot less likely here. Why am I doing this? Okay, I guess Icon is going to be showing their rain. But Icon as well, big northern shift there. It's going to do a lot northern tune sooner. And I can tell, with these models that were showing a lot more to the south yesterday, they were also showing a lot weaker, and that's what I'm saying. The stronger it gets, the sooner the RI, the more north it will turn. And I see Icon wasn't showing 960s yesterday. I believe they were showing 970s, and now they're getting to 968 before landfall. But I just really think there's a chance this could very well shock people and avoid not avoid Mexico, but avoid the areas like Nicaragua, Honduras, and Belize. I think the Yucatan Peninsula has the best chance to get hit here if it doesn't northern turn, but there's still a chance it can really RI and completely go through the Yucatan Canal. But NavGem, very interesting. It's just 12Z, but they have it hitting as far north as the Yucatan Peninsula, so there's still that outcome. They're still very likely here. It's all over the place what's possible. H4 also a very big northern shift, big northern shift from the H4. This is a very accurate hurricane model that I've seen this year. It's been very accurate, especially the H4 was very accurate with storms at RI this year. For example, Delta, it almost aced. It aced Eta it got to, I think, Eta days before RI. It's like 940, something like that. And obviously, Eta was a lot stronger than that, but still, H-Warp aced Eta. It aced Delta. So I think this is the exact region as all those storms. The H-Wharf has to be trusted with this, and I'm going to go with the H-Wharf. I really agree with the H-Wharf. They're going that northern turn there, and they have an RI. They are going to 950 millibars, 948, 946. And look, they show it doing what I'm saying. They show it possibly missing Central America whole. And that's what I've been saying here. It sounds ridiculous when I said that 3 or 4 days ago, but it looks a lot likely here. Look, if you follow it, it's going to probably go like that. If you follow it here, but it stops, obviously. So it's fully reloaded. But look, what I've been saying for the past days is becoming more and more likely. This is a hurricane model. It focuses on hurricanes only. And they're getting it to, not only are they showing that northern turn, but you know why they're showing that? Because they get it to 946 millibars. The stronger the models show it, the more north it'll go. And quite frankly, with all those waters it has, and if it does that northern turn, not really this of a northern turn, but if it goes slightly more north than expected, that means it's going to have more water time, which could lead to an RI that could lead to this type of turn. So either way, a northern turn is likely, even if it takes, like with GFS is showing, it's going to have more water time, so that can also lead to it RIing, which could lead to a bigger shift to the north. So I do expect by tomorrow, when it actually becomes named 18Z tomorrow, I do expect GFS, I expect ICOM to possibly show closer to a Yucatan Peninsula landfall. I mean, it's really, obviously, I don't know, like I really want a major hurricane passing Yucatan again, but it would really be better for Central America. They just shouldn't get hit again, but this is 10 meter, and look, 111 knots. That's like 130 miles an hour. This is definitely way past Category 3 status here, and look at right here, 946, 114 knots there. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I mean, H-Warp, I'm going to have to go with it. Not because I'm being biased towards it, because it shows what I have. I'm just saying because they've been fairly accurate with storms in the Western Caribbean, where other storms haven't been. H-Mon's also reloading here, but they show it kind of rather slow, I guess you could say growing a bit slower than H-Warp, but they have 1,004 millibars in the next 36 hours. But we will see what H-Mon shows when I do the next video. But bye, guys.